Look at us. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at us. Huh? You and I here to discuss Insecure in depth, deep diving into the series for the final time. You guys, wow. Huh? Look at us. Did y'all like last night's premiere? Season 5, episode 1. Did y'all like last night's premiere? We've got a lot to talk about already. We got so much to talk about already. Okay. Hi, you guys. I'm your host, JustLatasha, doing the dissection series. What is a dissection? It is a deep dive into TV and film with a directorial lens. Okay, I wasn't pledging my allegiance to a secret society, even though I heard they cut them checks. But with a directorial eye into the visuals to expand the story we thought we had saw. And of course, to argue. You know we're gonna argue, you guys. Because what I mean, if we didn't bring the drama, am I the villain this season? Am I the villain? Is it me? It might be me. Okay. And just to give people just a little preview of what we're doing. We are streaming right now just for the first 2 minutes on Facebook and Twitter. Hello to y'all. But y'all are going to miss this entire show because I'm only dissecting this series on Patreon. And I don't have nothing else for you. Okay, I'm only dissecting this series on Patreon. If you want to remain general admission, you're going to have to catch us on Thursday on the rewatch. Okay, because my patrons get it pre-release and live. That's it. Okay, so please follow me on Twitter. I am JustLatasha404. If you guys are not following me, you missed all the announcement that the show was happening. That's number one. And also follow me on Instagram at JustLatasha. Now, let's see who we got in here. What's up, Callie girl? What's up, Amira? Khaled, OG patron. What's up? Always in the room, all right? Hi, Allie Mae. Hey, Perry. I see y'all. I am so happy to have you. Okay. So let's talk about real quick. Let's talk about this real quick. Season 5, the theme is onward. Okay, onward. Shout out to the rollout because y'all didn't get your foot off our necks for a second. We've been watching Issa Rae win all month. Like, good Lord, the rollout, period. Oh my God, with the grills and the friends and the blackness and the success and the wealth. She smells like new money, I imagine, through my phone screen. She smells like new money. My God. She also did like a piece of my dissection that I released on Twitter a few days ago. Shout out to the person who even pointed that out to me because I would have missed that. My hero saw my little dissection, y'all. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. My hero saw just a glimpse of the honor that I give her all the time. Shout out to the exclusive colorway of Telfar. That was kind of sick. And now I'm mad that I'm not in the insecure universe because I could have used me a sage selfie. Bitch, I've been talking about colors of insecure for 5 years. I want me an exclusive colorway selfie. Shout out to Hey Friend Hey and Crystal who got one. They have the official Insecurity podcast. You know, a bitch just wants something sometimes too. Okay. The stage carpet during the premiere, the whole party, the whole actual block party that they rebuilt the set of the Dooms and the We Got Y'all job space and the bathroom mirror and the concert. They always got Jasmine Sullivan with a check. Like, that was outstanding. It's I need a word bigger than excellence. It was outstanding. And I wish I was there. Okay, so why Sage? I want to talk about why Sage. Now, I've dissected Insecure season 1, episode 1. You guys can catch that on YouTube. And I've done the seasons 1 through 4 mega summary last week in preparation for this show here on Patreon. And I've broken this down several times, but I don't mind doing it again because we are heavily going to talk about this color scheme tonight. Why sage, right? Why that little turquoise blue? The two color pairings that really dictate where Issa and the characters are blue and yellow. And what do those two colors mean? When we met Issa D in season 1, episode 1, she was heavily surrounded by yellow when the episode and the series opened, right? This is her normal, everyday life. Okay, and then she had these dreams of things that she wanted, starting with Daniel, my what if guy, right? The itch I needed to scratch. And when we met Daniel, we met him digitally first with his Facebook profile. And of course, we started to see the color blue. So by the time we go from Issa's at home with Lawrence in that yellow bathroom, her everyday life, versus her actually branching out to go get what she wants, Daniel, we started to see the color blue. And when those two things merged, she began to wear green. So when we have this sage, this green, that's her and the characters being in between who they are in the everyday normal life versus what they want and what they're going after. And all those colors blend together. So now that she's onward, okay, it's giving blue. It's this sage, right? Just a little dash of yellow because we're moving on. We're going after, we're fully immersed in the things that we wanted. Now, all that being said, I'm going to say goodbye to Facebook and Twitter. If you guys want to join us for the entire show, because we're about to have some fun, become a patron right now, patreon.com/JustLatasha. My patrons who are already in the room, let's get it. Okay, so we are about to discuss season 5, episode 1. All right, so let's see. I'm trying to remove these people so we could just have us. Do we just have us now? It's just us. Let's get it, patrons. Let's get it. Hello, hello. Welcome to the room. Period. Okay, period. What's up, L? OG patron right here as well. So iconic OG right here as well. All right, I see my people in the room. So season 5, episode 1, reunited, okay? Let's start with this opening shot. Let's feel some things tonight. Y'all ready to get in your feelings? Because y'all know I love to cry. Y'all ready to get in your feelings? Reunited, okay? Opening shot. Ooh, this barren land. This barren land. Of course, the two colors meeting right here. This yellow, barren land, meeting the sky, full of opportunities, open life, meeting the blue. Our blue and yellow is right here. And so because that land is so barren, it actually doesn't get lost on me that in Kelly's triumphant return, her opening an episode, she's mistaken for dead. And I honestly feel like this moment is supposed to be funny, but it's heavy. And I don't know if that was intentional. I think maybe we would have thought that we would laugh that, oh, they thought she died. But as a Black woman and as an audience member who wanted to see Kelly, this joke feels heavy. This joke feels really heavy. And not only is she dead, but she is forgotten. Ugh, she's forgotten and she leaves no legacy. Now, this is something that really sparks as we become adults and we move onward in our own lives, right? We have this thought, this pregunta, if you will. What is my purpose here and what do I leave behind, right? And going onward, what do we bury? What dies? Okay? And what is worth breathing new life into? What can come with you? So I think we're exploring all these themes as we go onward in season 5. And so we're with the friends who are going to examine that. And they're going to examine their past together as they go onward and question that. So here we are with the squad at their 10-year reunion at Stanford University. Here we go. So let's start here. Let's start with Kelly. Obviously holding a red object, and red usually often symbolizes danger, stop, pains, wounds, right? So the fact that Kelly's sort of in like this dark color, sort of like this maroonish brown color, holding this red item, I wonder what is a wound for Kelly, or what is a wound for all of them for that matter, right? If we're starting off with that symbolic visual image, right? So we're coming off season 4, which was already emotionally taxing, and let's break down why. Kelly feels lost because she lost her best friend Tiffany to a baby. Derek lost his, are they married? Girlfriend, wife to this baby as well. Tiffany lost herself to this motherhood journey, especially having gone through postpartum depression. Um, of course, Molly's heartbroken over Andrew, who left her. She's also heartbroken over the rot of her friendship with Issa. And of course, Issa is burdened over the situation with Lawrence because, baby, that's my dream. You were supposed to be the mother of his child, and you're not. He fathered a child by another woman, okay? And of course, she's also dealing with the effects of Molly. So now I want to look at Issa because it's giving very onward. It's giving very onward, okay? Dressed in green, surrounded by blue, all new everything, period. A complete 180 from how we met her in season 1, right? Complete 180 where she was nowhere near the things that she wanted. And now she's swimming in it. She's amongst it. It is a part of her and her world, right? Look how tiny the yellow is. Barely. Okay. She's on that new. All right. So I want to talk to y'all real quick because I was watching with a friend, as we do. And she guessed that Issa was on a plane because she was coming from San Francisco, aka Lawrence. Why do we think she particularly flew? We didn't see Molly come in, but we saw Tiffany, Derek, and Kelly driving, but this Issa's flying in. Do y'all think there was any relevance to that? Amira, we're going to talk about it. I'm going to try to remember to post your comment later, but we're definitely going to talk about it. Stanford flew her out. Oh, yeah. Okay. She was flued out. Yes. Now I remember the line. She was flued out. Got it. Because I was like, okay. So I was just like, this is just her glow up. Like I totally forgot that she provided it for herself. Okay. Because I was like, she is on a plane. She's different. She's different than everybody else. I don't know how I missed that one line, but I sure did. But yes, okay, so she's elevated, she's new, she's a panelist, she's a speaker, she's been hired to give her expertise at her alma mater. So let's look at this, because this was a lot. Issa joins the squad, and all of this looks heavy, right? We have sort of this yellow tone, all of this red in the building, right? So if yellow represents the past or the everyday or the normal, there's a lot of red wounds here, right? It's trying to give joy, but it's feeling a little heavy. You got so heavy on me. I thought it was actually really cute that even though Issa and Molly are a little bit off at this moment, they still get it, right? They arrived in the same shirt, like, you still my girl, we still got it. We just, maybe we gotta work out the kinks and figure it out, X, Y, and Z. But Issa is a whole new person, and let me explain why. Issa is a whole new person. Let me explain why. Because as I said in my mega review for seasons 1 through 4 last week, every season started with Issa roping Molly into her mess, right? So season 1, she wanted to meet Daniel, so she ropes Molly to come into some little hood, hole in the wall spot down in the Delta to go try to meet Daniel. In season 2, she wanted Lawrence back, so she roped Molly into this wild ass house party. In season 3, where was they at in season 3? Party Lips, where we met Nathan, and Molly had somewhere to be, but she still roped her in. And season 4, Issa tried to rope Molly in when she discovered Candace. She discovered Condola was dating her ex, Lawrence. And the first thing she did was run and call Molly, who was unavailable. The first time ever. And that was a huge shift. Huge shift. So now that we're here on season 5, Issa doesn't include her at all. Instead of a mess, Issa is acknowledged and hired as an entrepreneur, a speaker, and a businesswoman. She's quite literally a different person. And so, in thinking about what would be the wound of the past, all these women at this point have in common is their history as friends. Now, if we're going to be evaluating what we're burying and leaving dead and behind, I'm a burying ass bitch. Clink, clink. I cut it off, okay? I cuts it off. If y'all don't know me by now, all right? If y'all don't know me by now, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I love that Issa and Molly aren't back to normal. It wouldn't have been realistic from the last season if they were besties again. They got a lot of work to do, these two. They got a lot of work to do. Y'all already starting with this mess? Are we already starting with this mess? Okay. Real quick, I have a thing about Tiffany and Derek. Because they feel different to me. And they look different to me. And by no means are these people supposed to be in the same exact outfit and the same exact color. By no means. However, it feels like they're on different pages, but it feels slick because they are known to not share what's going on in their relationship. They're good for that. They keep their stuff private. Things we aspire to. I got a big mouth, ain't shit gonna be private for me. Okay, my friends know all my man's business and mine. I'm just an open book, and that's just it's just gonna be like that. But here's why I'm questioning them. Here's why I'm keeping my eye out for Selena. Tiffany doesn't remember Derek carving their name into a tree on their first date, and Derek doesn't even remember where the tree is. So I'm thinking about all the trouble they went through as a couple last season with this oncoming baby. And Tiffany really having a hard time and really kind of losing herself, and Derek picking up the slack to make sure his woman is okay. Okay. So I'm imagining if they're a bit off on the origins of their love story, I'm thinking now they're on a journey to rediscover their love. Because what I hear a lot from married folk and new parents is that they become so consumed in that new space that they almost forget about each other for a second. And it becomes routine, and you just expect this person to be home all the time, and you kind of miss each other. And so when they going through that whole bit, I'm like, oh, I think they on a path to life. And I hope so, right? I hope so. Tiffany's in green. Does she want something new from her everyday life? Derek in this beautiful pink. I love men in pink. Oh my God. Is he wounded by something? Or is he dedicated to rediscovering the love? Because red is not always a danger color. It can be soft. The baby was always in pink, and it could just be passionate. It could be refinding love. It could be delicate, feminine, X, Y, and Z. So is he wounded by something, or is he dedicated to rediscovering that love, right? Because he worked really hard to find this tree this weekend for his woman. Who the fuck is BB? Who the fuck is BB? Who appears and seems to have been an early threat to their relationship. Because we remember, what was it, season 2? Derek stayed in that hotel for a year. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. We remember that whole bit because where was he at? With who and for why? Okay. All right. Also, after Tiffany's breakdown, they have work to do to get back to where they were. Oh, they got to rebuild. They have to rebuild. They are tired and in their rekindling stage after her breakdown. Beat. Beyonce kicked BB up off her band. We don't do BB round here. Sorry, B. Sorry, B. Harpo, who this woman? Harpo, who is this woman? Wearing that dark brown, maroon, that dark red. And they in this really heavy, dark wooden room. But the women are joyous in this darkness. Because there was a nice bright one right in the back, but they're here. And I thought that was very interesting. Me and all my friends, we were sitting there watching, and he was like, what is this, honey? That heaviness. Even as you're celebrating joy and reuniting and reconnecting, that heaviness cannot be ignored. So what is this? Okay, shout out to the actress Taja V. Simpson, who stunning. She looks perfect. She's gorgeous and fine as hell. Taja, please. Foot off my neck. Please. Okay? But Cheyenne is a liar. I don't like Cheyenne. Cheyenne is a liar. Okay? Supposedly she left school early to go tour with Sierra, and supposedly she's touring with Saweetie now. Too hyped for me. She's too hyped for me. I don't like Cheyenne. I'm an earth sign. You're going to have to. Jay, please. Jay. I can't. But they like her. If they like it, I love it. They like her. If they like her, I love it. Can we talk about how cute this is? Guys, can we talk about how cute this was? A collective aw in the room. She is quite literally the cutest person. I can't with how adorable Issa Rae is. I really can't with how cute she is. But this is so integral to her story and her journey. And maybe a moment many of us have had. I have had it, especially in recent weeks. I've been really thinking about how far I've come for the past 10 years in particular. So to have seen this episode last night when it's their 10-year reunion, I'm like, is something in the air? It's something in the air, because no joke, I've been obsessed with remembering who I was, the woman I was 10 years ago, and she was nowhere near this. Nowhere. Okay? This is integral for many reasons, because Issa faces herself, right? Her old self meeting the new woman that she is today. Did we become the woman we wanted to be? Did we do it? Did we do all the things we wanted to do? Did we become everything that we wanted? No. No. And I love that, because your dreams are not going to be the same all the time. You asked Lawrence 10 years ago, he'd be on with whoop whoop. Whoop whoop's a thing of the past. Sometimes you got to put things down, and She's not the things that her old self wanted her to be. However, the difference in everything that she is now is what makes her happy. And you quite never know what kind of journeys are going to surprise you, but the difference that she became is what makes her happy, and that's what matters. And I love that she doesn't have all the answers to this new journey, okay? But figuring it out, braving the path, being brave enough, courageous enough to go on the journey, take the road less traveled. It's so much better than staying the same out of fear and comfortability. 1,000 times better. Even though I don't know what is even going on, but it's so much better than staying the same. So let's talk about the creative journey, because man, let's talk about this. I want to talk about the block, the blow CC. I really want to talk about the block and the journey of a creative, because I know firsthand. And I don't know if y'all out there know firsthand, but I do. So I'm gonna share. I'm gonna impart some wisdom upon you. Okay, it's in red for a reason. I tell you that it's in red for a reason. This is uncomfortable. It don't fit. It's ugly. It's scary. It's uncertain. It's unpromised. It's red for a reason. And she's so uncomfortable because we see her struggling, right? She can't remember her brand's acronym. The host is mispronouncing the brand name. Shout out to having people constantly ask you to work and then misspell your name on the invite. Putting a gap between JustLatasha, capitalizing the T. Somewhere the A is off. Like, I don't, the apostrophes. Shout out to y'all who do that. Y'all don't respect me. That's the hustle. That's the grind. Okay. And she doesn't resonate on stage as well as her counterparts, which really sucks because they ain't even saying anything that special. They're not saying nothing profound. Okay. That dude hit us with a Biggie lyric. Because I took a negative and positive, and it's like, what the, excuse me? It's a Biggie, and the crowd is, yeah. That would make me irate. My Leo sidereal signs are screaming. That would make me irate. Okay? And to be honest with you, I've been doing this creative stuff for a long time. I know an imposter when I see one. He's an imposter. I'm not lying to you. Okay? He's an imposter. And the thing about imposters is they only make it because they're that confident in themselves. And I swear to you, that's all that it is. they've convinced people to open the doors. And they're there. Meanwhile, actually, like, equipped, knowledgeable, crafty, skilled people are doubting themselves all the time and like, I don't know if I can. That man just said he's the second coming of Diddy, and people were like, yeah, sure, I guess. Here you go. Here, how much would it be this time? I swear. Okay. I swear. I think their confidence and assuredness is what made them stand out over Issa. The audience could smell her insecurity and fear. I just want to know where Issa got all this boost of confidence from to be on a whole panel, low key, set herself up. Really? Whoa. Wow. Really? Wow. Wow. And so when Issa tries to recreate that moment, she uses a Tupac lyric. And of course, she falls and fails and busts her face. But here's the thing. She told the truth. What confirmed for you all that you were on the right path? And she says, I don't know. Word of the millennia. I don't know. Okay. And the showrunner of this show, Prentice Prunty, tweeted this a while back before the premiere. The most powerful thing he discovered to say as a showrunner, who's the person who needs to know all the answers to even run this ship, he said the most powerful phrase he uses on set is, I don't know. And that frees you from the pressure of making a wrong call, saying the wrong answer, just feeling like you have to do a thing. Just ask somebody who might know. Ask somebody else. I don't know. That is so freeing. And she says the entire thing is, I don't know if I'm on the right path, and maybe I wasted my time. I might wake up one day and feel like maybe I wasted my time. And I don't care who clapped for what answer, that was the most profound answer. Period. That was the most profound answer, period. Now, I don't care who didn't clap for it, okay? Because here's the thing. People ask creatives that they view as successful or view as having something that they wish to or aspire to be like. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear you don't know and you're not sure. They want a quick journey and they want solid answers because they want you to do the legwork for them. What was your path? What exactly did you do? Give me the map. I'm going to do exactly what you did and recreate what you do so I could be where you at. And it don't work like that. I'm sorry. I don't know who needs to hear it. I don't know who needs to hear it, but if Issa Rae gave me the map to every single thing that she did, I might get a totally different outcome. And that's the thing about being a creative. You got to just do it. You just got to do it. Yes, ask for help along the way to clarify what you're going to do. But at the end of the day, ain't nobody's journey going to look exactly like somebody else's journey. It's ugly. So let me share a personal story about why last night's episode hit so hard for me. Because I was like, if somebody in the writer's room just recreated my story, just say that. Just say that. Huh? Did I inspire you at all? Because what y'all was doing last night was strumming my pain with her fingers. One time. Singing my life with your words. Y'all was really writing me down because this entire episode that we seen last night is exactly me. I was literally staring at the TV, face cracked, jaw dropped, face cracked, 10 plus years of being unsure, people misspelling my name, people misspelling the brand name, me figuring out what my brand even is, watching people who are imposters fly by me to success. And I'm feeling like I wasted 10 years of my time and feeling like I don't compare to my counterparts. All this self-doubt and imposter syndrome and just feeling like I ain't shit, right? But something about me was really triggering, and I'll show you why. Because this is her trying to figure it out, and this was me trying to figure it out. Okay? When I say this was me sitting next to Ashley Acuna, Uchechi, and my dear friend Aisha, in that moment, I felt ill-equipped. The way Issa felt ill-equipped. I was on stage feeling inadequate and ill-equipped, okay? So to watch in this friend group of Insecure, have this 4 friends, Kelly, Tiffany, Molly, and Issa, and give a eulogy to their friend who was perceived as dead, and me sitting in my friend group, we usually ran with the 4 of us, Ash, Uchechi, Latasha, Aisha, and we actually had to bury Aisha. She actually died. That hit too close to home. Okay, that hit way too close to home. So I just want to say rest in peace to my friend Aisha. I've been feeling it hard this week, y'all. I have, and it was too much. It was too much. I was like, can we get back to the comedy now? Because if y'all write in my life, just say that. Y'all could borrow it like shit. Just ask. All you have to do is ask. Okay. You I've been crying all motherfucking night. Okay. Okay. So, that being said, Issa leaves her panel feeling ill-equipped. She leaves her panel feeling like an imposter. And we can see it spread out all across this outfit, right? This gridded plaid green suit, imprisoned in this new journey, in this expansion, imprisoned in the new self, right? And that's the crux of being a creative. You go and you do something amazing, and then Issa complains that she got to come back and still plumb in toilets. When I would go from here to being a cater waiter and picking up white people's napkins off the table after they, thanks, ma'am. We in it. Okay? And that's a mind fuck. That's really a mind fuck because you can see the potential and where you want to be and all you've achieved and what you've done, but you still got to go back and plumb toilets. So unlike last season where Issa was really, really, really trying with Molly, we see here the inverse where Molly is really trying with Issa, who will not budge. Issa is giving her nothing. Whew. Issa ain't talking about dating. Issa's not giving no advice. She left you for dead. Issa left Molly for dead. I'm sorry. Okay. And every time we see these two friends, that red wound behind them, right? Their past is full of pain. Their past has that wound which they really need to address and work on, clear out. Whew. Now look, I'm not wrong when I say this. I told y'all a long time ago, Molly's a Virgo. I told y'all this last season that Molly's a Virgo. She overanalyzes. She lives in her head. She's never present. She's doing the most, working it all up. It's giving Virgo. And I say that as a double Virgo. I see it. Okay. Did we ever argue about what sign Issa was? Me and my homegirls are rooting Pisces. Did we ever try that? Look, I thought I only said it last season. Damien, no, I said it since season 2. Oh my God. I'm feeling a little, it's Pisces water. I'm feeling a little of that. Okay. But the theme here is, are we going to be okay? And that's really what we're going to be examining for the rest of the season, moving forward, going onward. Are we going to be okay? All right, so let's get back to some more tough stuff. Get your feelings ready. I'm sorry, y'all. There's been fires in my neighborhood all week. I don't know what it's about. But let's talk about some tough stuff. Let's talk about Kelly's wound. Let's talk about that, okay? Because y'all are missing the point as always. Is everything I do a joke to y'all? So not only does Kelly leave absolutely no legacy, and these are people that not only knew her, but used her, and she goes forgotten, okay? But the people that she rides with, no pun intended, the people that she rides with can't even see her. Your friend left a note in your memoriam, and all she could say was, Kelly do be Kelly though. I was right next to you for years. I was right next to you for 10 years. And you can't even see that I'm not laughing with you. You can't even see that I'm really bothered by this. You can't even see that I'm a little heavier. You can't see that I'm hurt. And no one, including Tiffany, gave her anything. Now, to be honest with y'all, I actually have no idea why Kelly and Tiffany are friends. Like, as characters, I really don't even know why they're friends. Like, personality wise, okay? And looking at the history of their relationship, now that I'm thinking deeply about it, it's been very one-sided. It's been very one-sided between Kelly and Tiffany, right? Because Kelly was constantly giving to Tiffany in the relationship. Constantly. Even when Molly pulls Kelly over to the side, like when y'all was off, what happened? And Kelly says everything that she did to Tiffany, and there was no speak of what Tiffany gave to her. And we've only seen glimpses of these women's friendship, but correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know if Tiffany gave to Kelly. And oh God, how do I say it how I feel it? How do I say it how I feel it? Here's a lesson in vulnerability. Here's a lesson in vulnerability, because usually when you're the funny friend, that's you trying to earn love in your community. Okay? You are trying to earn love and value in your community. And you're presenting this surface level connection. But in doing that, that would breed a surface level relationship back. And so here you are asking to be deeper, asking to be seen, asking to be cared for, but you give like this surface level presence, and that's what people expect of you, and that's how they relate to you. So if you want deeper connections with people, you got to be vulnerable. And we've seen Kelly present herself for 5 seasons as the butt of the joke, and now she's upset that she's the butt of the joke, and she's hurt because no one can see her. Whoa! Wow! Tiffany is the pretty girl who brings attention to Kelly when she lacked attention from others. The friends wasn't even mad at the error. The memoriam took place. Even the compliments during the fake eulogy at the restaurant was so surface level and self-serving. Why are any of these people still friends at this point? Hold on to that thought. Hold on to that thought, because I want to pose a question to y'all. So when we think of Kelly, and how she started from here in the back seat with the red to moving up to here in the front seat with the blue, would anybody like to take a gander? Would anyone like to take a guess at what I'm hypothesizing? Would anyone like to take a guess? Because I have an idea. I have a hot take. Me, myself, she, her. I have a hot take. Shout out to Tamar the Braxton who made pronouns poppin'. She, her. Ooh. She chose that blue pill. She's about to live fully. Ooh. She about to be out that friend group, says Janelle. She also, at the end of the scene, was sending a text to somebody. We have any ideas about that as well? She sent that little whoop and put the phone down. Whoop and put the phone down. I was just wondering. Shout out to the throwback music in this episode. I really appreciate it, because Lord knows niggas was outside. I love your girl. She like a minute money ball. Love your girl. The dream was popping back then. Okay. Phenomenal songwriter. We was outside during college, so seeing that and knowing what they were celebrating, I was like, I get it. I get it. Woo. So the ending text was to her new circle, says so iconic. Khaled says Kelly's norm is being the sidekick in the passenger seat, never the main protagonist. Maybe her podcast was a way for her to become the main character. I like it. I like it. I like it. Let's bring it back here because yo, it's fuck Cheyenne on this side. She annoying as shit, bruh. Like, it's fuck Cheyenne on this side. Oh, I can't. Okay, I can't. And she leads them into some old shit, which gets them stuck up. Okay, so here's the thing about that reconnecting and that reunion stuff. Sometimes you gotta bury the old work. It gotta lay to rest. You gotta bury that old work and get it out of here. Because it's exactly going to bring you back to that mess you thought you stepped away from. Issa got hyped. She said, F this old dusty town. I want to go out tonight. I want to go back. And this is what back gets you. Look at the color of the liquor store. When you go back, look at the color of the liquor store. Yellow. The liquor store is yellow. That's that old shit. You got to be up off of it. You have to. And I thought it was really cool. The address is 9114. So to me, it felt very 911 for y'all because like you really needed help. Y'all really did need help. But this moment served as a huge release to the friends, to Issa and Molly, who was able to just laugh and break that ice because something so ridiculous and crazy just happened. And it really just was an exhale for the friends. And so that being said, what does onward mean? What does it mean? Do we do shit? Do we do old shit in a new way, Molly? Or do we do new shit, Issa? And I didn't mean to say their names like that, but like Molly is trying to get some old bodies back. Molly's trying to go back to where we were. Like Molly is still. So do we do old shit in a new way? Or do we do new shit? Okay. You used to go with the flow. That's what I really loved about you. Y'all heard that past tense. I know y'all heard that past tense. Okay. Y'all heard that past tense. Now, let's be fair. Let's be fair. When you're young and you got your whole life ahead of you, which is Molly's point, it's easy to be carefree. Of course, I went with the flow when I was in college. We had all this time, but now time is feeling a little, okay? And as you grow up, you fail, you get hurt, you have more to lose, there's more risk. So that naturally could make you start to give too many fucks one day. I give a lot of fucks. I give a lot of fucks. A lot. Because I spent time building myself up, going after these goals, making all this kind of life for myself. And so now I feel precious about it, which could breed fear. But if you're conscious about it, maybe you can make a different choice, right? Be conscious of your past mistakes, because how do you not do it again? And this is what Issa Rae was saying in the wind down, like examining their beginnings, examining her beginning, who she was 10 years ago. Look at that. What would you do differently this time? Right? But do differently. Do differently. And that's giving a fuck. But what is the balance of fucks to give? How do you know when you're giving too many fucks? How do you know when you're taking yourself too seriously? Okay, don't be rude. Don't be rude. Getting back to the root of their friendship started, maybe will bring some clarity to how they move forward as friends now. Deidre says, sometimes you got to do the new thing. It can't always stay the same. Period. Okay. So as we are re-examining ourselves and our legacy and going onward and what we're leaving behind, possibly, if you knew the end was coming, how would you make the most of your time left? What legacy would you want to leave behind? And y'all hot take is the same as my hot take. She's leaving. She's leaving because, again, all they may have at this point as friends is history. Okay. So I thought the idea of the friends giving Kelly just this eulogy at the end of the restaurant was them saying goodbye. Say goodbye to your friend. And maybe it's the death of this part of our relationship. Maybe it's the death of this friendship too. Right. And I thought it was so unusual as the episode opens with Kelly and not quite ends, but nearly ends with Kelly. And it feels full circle. Visually, color theory wise, she had an arc. She had a full character arc. Okay. And it started being wounded to being onward. And we're saying goodbye in this eulogy. And she's the one giving us these thematic questions of legacy. Color theory wise, that normal everyday friend stuff, what she knows presently is hurting her. We have yellow, that everyday color, and we have red, the wound, as she's asking these questions of legacy and leaving things behind. I miss that. So I hypothesized this in my summary of seasons 1 through 4 that white may possibly be a distraction color. And if it is, I haven't quite sold myself. If it is the distraction color, what is Issa holding on to this for? It's been 2 months, I believe, since we last saw the friends in their timeline. It's been 2 months. So what would she be holding on to this Lawrence thing for, especially with the burden of him fathering another woman's child? Now, in my hypothesis, I would imagine the comfortability of a familiar love and relationship amongst how new her life is in so many ways. She needs some kind of anchor. It's not right, but it's Issa. I mean, it's not right, but it's human. It's human. And this old love is just a bit outdated, right? This old love may just be a bit outdated. How outdated is it? Yes, Issa, use him for a ride and a kiss and get your ass home and then drop him at the door. Drop him at the door, okay? And Lawrence, you owe her that ride. I dare you to say something quickly. I dare you to speak up because she held your ass down for 5 years. It's time to call Tyrone. Bye. You better use him for that ride, bitch. Get your ass home. Now, naturally, I would have loved a conversation here. Hopefully they come back. We get that a little bit later. Let's pace and go slow and leave questions at the end. That makes a good series. We're tuning in next week. But Issa, she drops the baggage. She drops the baggage. This is her ride, her new journey. Why pick up someone's mess? Huh? Why pick it up? And for this old relationship, yellow, we see the color that they're in, to be a distraction, that big, white, beautiful full moon, to be a distraction, drop it at the door. Leave it at the door. Okay? Because look, Lauren showed up dressed in that Condola black and white, and I explained the Condola black and white in the mega review. That's the Condola black and white. He's still wearing it. She's not going nowhere, baby. A chick got beef for me, she got beef forever. She's here forever. Why be tied up in that? You know she gonna do it. Well, why be tied up in that? Okay. And here's the gag. She never confided in Molly about it. She ain't say a word. Issa didn't say a lick to Molly about what's going on in her life. She, mind my business. It ain't none of her business. Period. Let's see what y'all saying. We went from Best Buy to Bye-Bye. as Lawrence Hyde, but it's given bye, bye, bye. And it was the best bye. Come on now. Come on. So Icona says she is holding on to her carefreeness. He is the ultimate comfort zone. Is it time for Issa to move on? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay. It is time for Issa to move on. He couldn't even argue with her. He's like, no, you're right. I get it. Stand there with that dumbass, I'll get it face. Yeah. Bye. Bye. I just think it was the color white. Time for change, time for transition, and I guess that white is a distraction color. It may fit, it may not. I see it that way. I would love to hear more theories if you guys have them. That was just my take. The fact that we as an audience are still so collected to the dunes, that first apartment where she ain't been there in 2 seasons, it just makes for great TV. Daisha is waiting on Nathan. That little southern drawl like molasses. Yes. Yes. Kalubna says, Kalubna, OG patron, the full moon represents release. Let it go. Let it go. We want a new boo. I don't know if Kofi Cerebo, he's in this season. I don't know if he's playing a love interest. We would like to see it. But he looks like he's playing some gangsta boo, wild ass investor for the block that's going to annoy her. I don't know. But it's time to say goodbye. Bye to Lawrence. Ooh, L says white equals the death of something. You may be right. You may be. Because I think in season 2, when Lawrence like leaves after Issa is dreaming of him proposing and they have a baby and they doing the family, that season 2 finale, he says goodbye and he leaves and she closes and she's standing in front of the beautiful white door. And we know that it was over at that point. So that could very much be it as well. We want the new boo. We want the new boo. Period. Okay. Thank y'all so much. I'm so excited to be doing this on Patreon. Thank y'all so much for being here. As always, I always enjoy your company. I always enjoy your input. I always enjoy the comments. Thank you so much for being here, investing your time, energy, the monies. Thank you for that. Throw me that $5. We know it. We know it. Support your Black creators. I am JustLatasha, hosting the entire series right here every Monday, 6 p.m. EST, only on Patreon exclusively. The rewatch will be on YouTube every Thursday. But you want the conversation when it's fresh, baby, and you want it live. Well, I know what you want. I know what you want. Follow me on social media. I am JustLatasha404 on Twitter and JustLatasha on Instagram. You guys have been great. And this Patreon is funding the post-production. I've been promising this series, y'all, for 2 years. Look, I'm wearing my distraction white, okay? I got caught up. We got caught up. Production got caught up. We are trying to finish, but it's going to be so worth the wait. And I am not kidding. And that's where this money is going to, funding the end process, the post-production for that. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I only want to do good to you and good by you. Okay, so that being said, I will see you guys right here, same time, same place next Monday. And we're going to talk more about Insecure. Bye, y'all.